Today I'm going to try to beat Grandmasters with a 50% handicap. StarCraft 2 has this function built into the game. Why it exists, I don't know, but it does and we're gonna use it. This handicap will halve the health of all of my units and buildings. This leads to very painful interactions such as tanks one-shotting Reapers, Marines and Cyclones. I'm gonna start off by playing against a Gold League player, then a Platinum League player, etc. until we eventually end up playing the big Grandmaster. Let's begin. Alright, the first game of the day is against a Gold League Terran on Alcyone. Now for this challenge, I'm going to give myself 2 lives. Normally I give myself 1 life if I lose, I'm out. But today I'm going to give myself 2, because I've actually played with the handicaps around a little bit before. Not for a video, but I think this was about 5 years ago. Maybe it was like 2018, I think. I was at Gamescom and I was doing a little event there where I was playing against the viewers. The viewers could choose my handicap, such as he can't build Marines or whatever, something like that, right? And if they won, they would win a prize. And I played one game against a Diamond Protoss on a 50% handicap and I lost because, as you can imagine, there are a couple strategies that you just cannot deal with. So I have to imagine one of these guys is going to do one of those strategies. But I still want to try to get as far as I can. So here we go. Now look at my barracks. It has 500 health. Sadly, it doesn't build twice as fast. That would be very funny. Now look at my supply depot. It has 200 health. An Immortal 4 shots my supply depot, guys. That's how bad this is going to be. Now I have no idea what kind of build I have to do to survive, because like, imagine a proxy Reaper. Like, my Reapers just have half the health, right? Like, that's going to be incredibly difficult. So, I have to imagine I at least have to make a lot of units early on. Like, the thing is, I can still... Because if I say it out loud like that, my units all have 50% health, it sounds absolutely unwinnable, right? And that's it. But I can still out-micro. And for example, if I play a macro game, if I have a lot of siege tanks, I can still get some really good fights because no one wants to attack into siege tanks, even if they have 50% health, right? So there's definitely some things I'm going to be able to do. Beating a Grandmaster sounds incredibly difficult, but I hope with our 2 lives we can at least get to playing against the Grandmaster, right? Because that's the goal of this. Now my Reaper, maybe this is going to be a good time to do a little bit of calculations, because I don't know exactly how much HP my units are going to have. My Reaper is going to have 30 health, which means it almost dies in 2 shots to a Hellion. This is gonna be fair. Look at this SCV. I hope he attacks me so you can see the damage. Oh my god, look at the damage on the SCV. What the hell is that? My SCV is almost dead. Oh my god, that's actually terrifying. Like, holy crap. Yeah, my Reaper has 30 health, so that's gonna be a little scary when I fight against another Reaper. I actually cannot send this Reaper across because I think I will just die to another Reaper. I feel like my opponent would have to micro that very, very poorly. You know, for that to go wrong for him. So I'm gonna save up 2 Reapers first, and then I guess I'll probably try to sneak into the back of the base and kill some workers. I think targeting workers would probably be the right choice here. I'm gonna make a Cyclone instead of a Hellion, because Hellions they're already very fragile. I think they're gonna be even more fragile. Now I'm just gonna go straight to the middle of the map. This is a little risky. But I guess we just need to get some scouting done. Like, I need to know what is coming my way. Oh my god, this guy, I'm actually freaking terrified. Like, any unit that's gonna come into my base is gonna be so freaking strong. Let me saturate this gas real quick. I don't know what you were doing. Let's see. Oh, he wasn't waiting. Oh my god, the Reaper died so fast. That's actually crazy. Wait, should I go for a battle cruiser? That's gonna be the only unit that's not gonna die like instantly. Oh my, those 2 Marines killed it fast. Okay, so this is already a pretty good start for me because he's pulling a lot of workers. He's wasting a lot of mining time there, and that is quite nice. I think I should be going for siege tanks instantly after these 2 Cyclones. I got 2 Cyclones now. I'm gonna be able to juke these. I'm a little bit of a juke expert. I'm gonna make 2 Cyclones so I can kind of kite him across the map if he comes across, and then, oh my god, even 1 hit from the Marine is so devastating. And then, actually, I'll make a medevac too. And then I'm gonna go into siege tanks. I should probably make a bunker. Bunkers are good. You know what? I'm gonna make 2 bunkers because they're gonna die super fast. Let me send these 2 Cyclones across the map. I'll join it with a medevac. And then the idea here is to defend with my bunkers and siege tanks and then drop into the back of his base with my 2 Cyclones. That sounds like a pretty solid plan. I think my opponent's still on 1 base. I didn't actually scout this, I believe, but I kind of like judging by what he had with how many Marines he's making with like the extra production facilities. I don't think he's going to have an extra base. I'm going to make Vikings as well. Oh, I didn't even think about that. TVT Viking Wars. is going to be a freaking disaster because my Vikings are going to be so weak. Like, to get air control, I'll literally need double the Viking. But Vikings are very expensive, so that is not going to be easy. So I got these 2 bunkers up here. It's also possible he's going to go for a drop. I think I need to position my units a little different than usual. Like, if I put my tank out here, 87 health on this tank, by the way. If I put my tank out here and he drops on top of it, it will die instantly. So I don't think I hold the same defensive positions as normal. I think I kind of want to hide a little bit further back and then really siege from afar. Now, I would guess that he's still at home. Keep in mind, my opponent is just Gold League, so he's probably going to be playing quite slow. He's not going to be moving out instantly and stuff. I also haven't seen anything with my Reaper. My Reaper very nicely occupying the watchtower in the middle. That's already a lot of SCVs going down, which is nice. I guess technically this could be a drop. Oh my god! This is actually even worse than I thought. Every single interaction I saw so far, my units are so weak. It's actually very funny, I have to say. Like, I always talk about how cyclones are made out of paper. Now, this game, they're actually made out of paper. They're not just made out of paper. They're made out of paper that already has 1,000,000 holes in it. There is 1 cyclone there. Normally, I would push out now, and I think I should be able to get the win with my couple siege tanks. But I think it would be smart for me to wait for at least 1 more. Like, the kind of fights I want to take are the fights where my opponent doesn't even get close to my army, right? Like, this harassment's pretty good. I know I lost a cyclone already. That's you know, that's gonna help me warm up for the next games because I'll actually realize how freaking fast these units die, which is nice. But I can harass forever. Killing workers is still gonna go pretty fast. I don't have less damage or anything like that. So as long as I manage to build up a good army and stay in a really good defensive position, that's gonna be all right. Should be able to kill that Marine. Dude, even I feel like 2 Marines would... Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like even 2 Marines would beat this cycle. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I didn't even see his units and my unit was already dead. Like, I saw 1 Hellion shot, I know there were 2 Marines as well, but my cyclone just vanished. Okay, so now I'm gonna have 4 siege tanks. I have 6 Marines and a bunch of Vikings. I think it's gonna be a good time to move across the map here. I definitely should have gotten an engineering bay a little faster. I don't think I can really play bio at all. I mean, I can definitely play bio, but I need to make at least a couple factories to have multiple tanks at home. And I'm more talking from like a general sense, you know. This is gonna go for every matchup. Like, whether I play against Terran, Zerg, or Protoss, I think I just have to make mass tanks. I can play bio as long as I have a lot of tanks at home and never really take straight up fights with the bio, I think. Let's see if my opponent has anything covering this little ledge over here. He also doesn't have that much that I can shoot, so maybe I should just go straight for, yeah, I was going to say the main base, but I just meant like the main area here at the front. Let's see, I do have a nice little setup over here. I mean, as long as my tanks are seized, I don't think there's really much he can do about it. Yeah, exactly. So those Marines are gonna die instantly. I have my 2 factories producing tanks. Now I can just chill here forever. Probably make a Liberator. I'm very tempted to, like, siege forward with my tanks, but I know it would be incredibly risky. I can also land the Vikings at any time I want, of course. Wait, oh my god, I didn't think you guys saw that? I didn't even think about that. Oh my god, 2 Hellions just one-shot all of those Marines. I'm not sure if you guys even realized how many Marines just died. It just instantly. Wait, do Vikings? I think Vikings get one-shot by a siege tank, actually. Oh, we didn't get to see it. Okay, that's nice. I think Vikings would actually get one-shot by a siege tank. Now, the Vikings have landed on that. They have killed it. That tank is gonna die, and that means that the first game at least is in the bag. I was really scared that we were gonna get proxy Reapered here. Thank goodness we didn't. But we did learn a lot because, oh my goodness, the units die fast. Let's go to game number 2. Game number 2 is going to be against the Platinum Protoss on Equilibrium. I didn't pick the map on purpose, but it is a very good map for him, so hope I'm not helping him too much so that we die. I do wonder how many people are really gonna cheese me, because I know that my fan base here is always gonna be a little bit of a fan of cheesy play, right? Because that's what I do. I love being cheesy, but at the same time, sometimes I feel like you guys are a little afraid to cheese me in these challenges, you know? It's like, no, I got the chance to play against him. I'm gonna play a macro game. But one of these guys is probably gonna do a disgusting cheese, and we're gonna have a very hard time. So our opponent here is Protoss. I think the plan overall is gonna stay very similar. Like, I want to do like some kind of harassment. I never want to fight straight up until I get a lot of tanks up. A Probrush should beat. Oh, that's, I didn't even think about that. Now I'm scared. Should I wall off my base? No, I'm scared. I feel like I should wall off my base like right now. Actually, I don't really know, because how many... I guess it's 8 hits against 5, right? So I would need, yeah, no, I definitely need way. I need like 60% more SCVs than he has probes to win that, which I don't think I would. Like the probers would be here already. I would probably have like 15 or 16 SCVs. Yeah, probers would actually definitely win. I didn't even think about that, but it definitely would. Now, just to remind you guys, if you ever want to participate in these challenges, just make sure to join the Discord from the description. That's where I grab all the people. So that's really it. You know, don't DM me. Sometimes I get DMs on like Metafy or like Instagram, which I don't even know how you guys find that because I post like once every 5 years. But just join the Discord, guys. It's good enough. Okay, no need to find out my Instagram and stuff. It's all good. Actually, I'm gonna expand on the high ground here because imagine if he sends one adept across the map, right? Just imagine if he sends one adept across the map and I'm sitting there with my one marine. A marine luckily doesn't get one shot. I feel like a marine survives on 1 HP. Actually, if you think about it, it depends on how they calculate. Doesn't an adept do 22 damage? So it depends on how they calculate the half. Like, is it 22 or 23 HP, right? Or does it leave it at like half an HP? That's actually going to be quite interesting to see. Okay, so yeah, this opponent's already going to go quite aggressive. He has 2 gateways already. I actually think I should just make a bunker on the ramp. I know it feels a little silly to make a bunker this early, but like if you guys saw how fast my units died in the last game, you know, like this is no longer a game, guys. This is a freaking hardcore survival mission here. Oh my goodness. It's just, dude, the health bar gets me every time. Like, I know my units are low HP, but every time I see the health bar just, you know, go all the way back, that actually just freaking hurts to see. Like, oh my goodness, that is crazy. I wonder how much damage like an Oracle or like oh my goodness, I didn't even think about it, guys. Colossi one-shot Marines with the splash. I actually didn't think about that until now. Colossi with one-shot Marines. Can you imagine Storms as well? Oh my god, I'm getting more scared by the minute. I'm also getting more excited because I'm just excited to see like what is gonna destroy me later on, you know, like it's gonna be hype. And if I don't get destroyed by anything, that's even freaking cooler. Okay, so there's no natural yet. There could be, this map has a really strong gold base, so I don't want to assume that it is a 1 base all-in yet. There's no gold base here. I have 2 options. I can either scout the map with the Reaper, or I could scout his base. I think, okay, that's really good that I came back there because I'm gonna see that. I think I'm gonna go for, actually, I'm just gonna go for a 1 Cyclone drop this time, and then I'll go into tanks right away. I feel like I had a little bit better vision in the last game, so I was a little bit more sure when I was gonna get attacked, right? Here, since I've been playing a little scared, I'm not so sure about that. I'm just gonna scout the map in case we find like a DT shrine or something. I do have to say, DTs is probably one of the only units that's not going to be that much better. Like, I know they're going to be crazy, right? Because everything's going to be crazy strong against me. But DTs already one-shot Marines and SCVs. So that is actually not going to make a massive difference, I think. Let's see. That's a lot of gateways. He has a Templar Archives. He's making either blink or charge. God, I'm so freaking... Normally, I really wouldn't be this scared, but I'm freaking terrified right now because everything... Like, chargeless are going to annihilate me as well. I feel like I should just be playing like a kind of like an absurd style even. Like, I should make like so many bunkers and just keep trying to kill his probes and, you know, defending the attacks with like 3 more bunkers than I would usually need. That sounds like a pretty decent plan. I do want to go for an engineering base. So there's 1 zealot here. That zealot would chop up my marine, so I have to be quite careful. He's also going to chop up my SCV. Oh, thank goodness for that bunker up there. I kind of forgot I had that. That's quite nice. Gonna make an engineering bay here and then finish the wall off with that. Yeah, with that 5th building, I guess. Now let's see how many probes we can kill. I'm also making a liberator, which is going to be quite useful. Now I hope he didn't go for a blink. Let's see if I can do a little bit of a micro here. I should be able to kill a stalker, perhaps. No, I think I'm gonna get out of there now. I'm just gonna camp into this corner. This is one of the most annoying Terran tactics, speaking from both a Terran and a Protoss POV. Because I've abused it myself and I've played against it, is when your opponent does not play Stargate and you're good at not F2ing your units, that might be a bit tricky. It's also tricky for me, don't worry about it. I'm not judging you because I always say I'm a bit of an F2 demon, and it's true. But if they don't have a Stargate, you can just keep your medevac here forever, and they need to leave units there forever, or just risk getting owned by 1 medevac flying into the back of their base again later on. I probably want to send out a couple more Marines on the map, just to see if he's taking a 3rd base or not. I don't have that many Marines up here. Guess I'll go for a couple extra barracks. Yeah, it's actually a little scary here because I mentioned that I really wanted to play heavy on the tanks, but against Protoss, mech is already quite bad. So even though Bio sounds pretty freaking dangerous to play, Mech is already bad against Protoss, so I can't even imagine what it's like on a 50% handicap, right? Like, that sounds devastating. So I think I should at least get a little bit of Bio. That's gonna help me do some harassment. Oh, he doesn't... Okay, I'm gonna make more bunkers. He doesn't have gases there, guys. Like, this is probably like a million charge slots or something. Let's see. Oh, he did... Not bad. Okay, so that was not an F2. Wait, no, I thought he was going to lose that Stalker to the Liberator. That would have been beautiful. I'm pretty sure I made another Liberator as well. Not 100% convinced I did. He also has 2 Robos. Now, that's going to make it even more sketchy to go for a lot of tanks, but I guess I just have to. My economy is better than my opponent, by the way. Like, he didn't actually have that many probes, so that is good news for us. I think I'm just going to keep spamming tanks here forever. I mean, I have 3 orbitals, or soon to be 3 orbitals, which is nice. This is going to help me make some medevacs. And then after this, I'm pretty sure I don't want to make any more barracks. I might change my idea on that later, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to make any more barracks. I think I just want to make like turrets, bunkers, and spend all the gas on tanks. If you're playing mech, by the way, you always have a lot of minerals left over because mech units simply don't cost enough minerals. So especially in Brute War, if you guys have ever played Brute War, you will notice it. Like if you're playing mech, you'll just have like 5 billion minerals, so you can make like a lot of turrets and stuff. And that's exactly what I want to do here. It's not a very common style in StarCraft 2, but I guess here we are, back to the basics. I'm not sure if I ever want to take my 3rd base. I think if I take my 3rd, there's a serious risk of us getting A-moved, you know? Like, I think I might as well just chill here. If my opponent's not going to take his 3rd, then I guess I might as well sit on 2 bases myself as well and wait for him to leave. Do some harassment when the opportunity presents itself, etc. He still doesn't have the gases. Let's see how fast he's going to react to this. I like that I got that scan because I can actually see that. He's probably gonna... Yeah, okay. The moment he moved the probes, I have to imagine he moved the stalkers in as well. Or maybe not yet, but I guess we'll see about that later. Now, he's still chilling at home. Okay, I'm gonna take the opportunity, actually. I'm gonna YOLO here. And I'm just gonna make a ton of bunkers over here. That one is probably blocking the base, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna make a ton of bunkers over here. Is that one blocking the base too? That would be a little... No, okay, thank goodness. That would have been a little embarrassing, not gonna lie. I'm gonna put a couple tanks on the high ground here. Get some turrets next to it as well. I just want to make sure that I never lose my entire army in one big blow. Because if I do that, then my opponent can just win the game instantly. As long as I keep a couple units alive at all times, I'll always be able to, you know, out-micro or make stuff happen, blah, 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 right? Let's see, is he still at home? It looks like he might be moving out now. I mean, I have to imagine I have enough bunkers here. If this is not enough bunkers, then I don't know how I'm ever going to survive stuff. If I keep this base alive, though, I feel like this... Oh, that's actually an accident. Wait, are my tanks stuck? I hope not. Tanks do tend to get stuck in small... Okay, thank goodness. I thought they were going to be stuck there for a second. That's good. I feel like if I get this base up, we should be winning for sure, because my opponent did not have a 3rd base yet. I do have +1. Should I even get armor? Is there a point in getting armor when my units die instantly anyway? I don't even think so. I'll just skip that. Why not? I'll go for... 1 eBay, 1 armory instead, so I can only get attack upgrades. That actually sounds pretty cool. I do like how the theory crafting is improving, you know, through the course of even just a couple games. He is set... Is that his gold or my gold? I think it's his gold, but it looked like he was setting into my gold first. Where's he going? Okay, huh? Oh, he said that... Okay, that was very confusing. He said that before he mined it, because he probably just had too many probes. I think I just killed a warp prism, or maybe... Well, this one got a kill, so I guess we did. He's gonna try to attack at the front now, but this is a very good defense we have. If he attacks in here, he's gonna cry. I can guarantee you that. Now, looking at his army, guys, his army doesn't look that strong anymore. I think we have survived... Actually, I can make... this is gonna be a nice test. Let's see. Can we drop on this? A little bit of micro? No big deal. Okay. Well, yeah, let's never do that again. That was, I mean, it was a good attempt, honestly, but it's just not gonna happen. But his army here is really small. I know I should be a little more careful than this, but I feel like I can just push through his base. The moment I get a siege position in front of his base, I would say that we have won, because he's not gonna be able to deal with that. I think I just lifted my... Wait, is that a bug, or did I actually do that? I'm curious. I've had that happen before. I used to think it was a bug, but maybe I just pressed the key on accident. Like, if I get a siege position... Oh, no. He has the laser giraffe, guys. That laser giraffe is going to one-shot my marines. Remember what I said earlier. But once again, I have so many tanks. I really don't think that it's going to be a problem anymore. Like, if he attacks into this, I think he will die instantly. Because the damage of my units is the same, right? It's only the HP that I have to be afraid of. So I'm just going to siege closer and closer. I'm actually going to bring a couple of these. I'm going to salvage all these bunkers. I'm going to bring a couple of these to just make a wall. Oh, I really like this play, actually. Wait... I don't remember using that Liberator at all. I feel like I'm so focused on how fast my units are gonna die that I don't even remember most of the things I'm doing. Okay, so check this out. I'm gonna make a massive wall in front of his base. I didn't only bring 2 SCVs. No, I brought more. Okay, that's right. I'm gonna siege these over here. And then I'm just gonna make a really big wall over here with E-base. Oh my god, that's actually a really cool wall. Look at this. No, what is that AI? Do you guys see that? The building is over here, so let me walk all the way over there so I can... Come on, guys. Who programmed this? I'm calling you out. No, just kidding. I won't do that. Okay, I'm gonna drop into the main. I'm actually confident he doesn't have enough zealots. Normally, you don't want to leave your tanks alone like this against the Protoss, but since he doesn't have any zealots, my tanks are actually going to be just fine. Yeah, he's going to attack. Okay, he did make a couple zealots in the end. As long as I make sure... Oh, I was going to say, as long as I make sure the target, the Colossus, is going to be completely fine. I forgot how much damage Stim was going to do to my army. Okay, well... My army's gonna die anyway, right? Like, it doesn't matter. But, oh my god. That's actually good to think about as well. I didn't realize that Stim is gonna cost me all of my health. Look at these units. These units haven't been damaged. They just stim twice, and it's after they're being healed. But all right, we beat the Platinum Protoss as well. All that's left for us to do is to beat the Diamond, because then we'll have 2 lives left, and that means we guarantee our game against the Grandmaster. The Diamond player is the one I lost again the last time I tried this, so I'm gonna need a lot of luck. Let's do this. Game number 3 is against a Diamond Zerg player with a very cool banner that actually looks kind of badass. But this is the game that we have to win to guarantee our game against the Grandmaster, so I really hope that we can do it. I'm actually pretty happy that we're playing against a Zerger, not because I necessarily think playing with a 50% handicap is the strongest against Zerg. That sounds kind of stupid, but I do feel like Zergs tend to cheese a little less. If they do, however, that'd be... Like, imagine if I would go up against a 1-base Ravager cheese, right? Let's see. What is crazy against Zerg? A Cyclone dies in 1 corrosive bile. I mean, I can always micro against that, right? But that sounds pretty terrifying. I guess if I have Hellions, I should be able to still micro against Lynx. Now, I'm not going to say that very confidently because... Yeah, I mean, if it's like a swarm of Lynx, if I ever get surrounded, I will die instantly. Definitely something like a Hellbat attack, or maybe even 3-Rax Reaper that's off the table. Like, I know with Reapers, you're playing a very micro-heavy game, but at the same time, you're always going to get hit a couple times. And it's like about using those grenades to dodge the Zerglings. But you always do take damage. And in this case, I think I would just bleed out too many Reapers, and then I'd just be in trouble. So I think I'm going to try to go for a standard opening. What I'm gonna do after that, I don't know. I feel like I should at least make some extra Hellions. Maybe like 8 Hellions or so. Actually, a Hellion Banshee might be the best choice. I do think maybe like a Queen attack would be unstoppable though, but I guess we'll see. But if I go for Hellion Banshee, I should technically be able to deal with Lynx and Roaches. And then once I'm in the macro game, I can kind of set up my base like I did in the last game. Do a lot of drops here and there without actually allowing my units to fight, just sniping hatcheries and queens. And that should make for a pretty good game plan, I think. Now, I do have to admit, the higher the league goes, the more scared I'm going to get. Like, when I play against the Master Leaguer, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to win that one. Like, I'm going to need, you know, like the perfect build order matchup, I want to say. Like, it really depends on what my... Wait, where did that drone even come from? Did he expect me to proxy him? I mean... I would be a freaking psycho if I proxied him with 50% health on my units, to be honest, but I guess. I mean, he knows me. He clearly watches the channel. He's in the Discord, so he knows that I'm a little cheeky, so I can understand that. But that's kind of funny, especially for this challenge. Like, oh no, he's going to kill me with those 30 HP Reapers, isn't he? Well, let's see. Oh, I need to make sure I actually dip before the Queen finishes. I don't usually do that. I feel like I tend to stick around a little too long with my Reaper, but I definitely don't want to be fighting against the Queen. That'd be problematic. Even the drone does a lot of damage. I mean, so far, this is a really good start for us. He is going to save those other 2. What he did here is, just so you guys know, he skipped the Zerglings to get 2 extra drones out, and then I killed those drones. So basically, I nullified his greed entirely. And now he just doesn't have the Zergling, so that's already a pretty good start for me. Now, the opponent does not have a 3rd base. The 3rd base is late. I could consider just going straight up for Cyclones here, but I'm going to make 2 Hellions first. Okay, so he's going to go for the lair. Let's see. So he skipped the Queen to get the lair out as well. Yeah, this is definitely something a little cheeky. Now, I want to go for Cyclones. I'm even... I want to cancel that. I'm not 100% sure. Do I cancel it or not? I was thinking about making a 2nd factory for more Cyclones. The reason why I want to play Cyclones is because Cyclones are going to be a little better against cheese. right? Like, if it doesn't matter if it's roaches or nidus or mutas, I guess swarmos would be very devastating still, but any of the other options, I think we would be quite happy. Yeah, swarmos, I mean, it's a uThermal viewer, right? Like, anything can happen, honestly. But wait, should I do it? No, I think my units are... Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna grenade to put the queen out of the wall, but I think my units would just die too fast, even to the 4 circling, so I decided to skip it. Now, my opponent is building a 3rd base. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attack with 2 cyclones and make more Hellions behind and just kind of try to out-micro non-stop. At least hopefully get some value out of this unit that I've built. Let's see if I can get any info. I mean, it looks like... it's a bailing nest. I was gonna say it's probably a roach warren, so it's really good that I checked. He does have the lair already. You know what this kind of looks like? If you guys watched my Can You Beat Grandmasters, which is a single Zerg unit type video, this kind of looks like my Nidus bailing strategy, right? This really is what it looks like. So he's scouting my base with an Overseer. Do I have to be particularly scared of the Nidus? I'm not quite sure. I'm going to go for extra gases because I feel like playing a Cyclone style is actually quite smart. It's going to allow me to keep microing. Yeah, so I initially was going to play Bio with a lot of tanks here, but I did switch from that just because the Cyclones are going to be better against early cheeses, and they're also going to be pretty decent into the late game, so that's going to be quite a nice start for us. I didn't manage to kill the Overseer, sadly. But where did my... Oh, I didn't even see the Marine. I'm going to kill the Overseer, which is quite nice, because that's going to stop Niduses from coming down. Now, I still don't know entirely what this build is going to be. He's going to go for a Spine Crawler here. These Hellions... Oh, maybe I can get the... Oh, yeah, I got the Hellions in the choke! Those Hellions are going to pop off. Look at that. Yeah, so much damage from those Hellions. The Cyclones are going to die pretty much instantly, just like... Oh my god, that Spine Crawler almost one-shot my Cyclone, man. That is crazy. All right, let's get a couple more of these out here. I also lost the Banshee. I didn't even like see the Banshee disappear. It disappeared so fast I didn't even realize it. Oh no, is it gonna be Swarmos? Oh, that could be tough. Okay, let's see. What can I do against Swarmos, guys? Let's approach this in a smart way. Swarmos are usually accompanied with a Nidus. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna patrol my units all over the place. Like, that's the plan. Like, I don't think he's going to be attacking me with mass Zerglings. I mean, he could, but I don't think he's going to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip the... I was going to make double armory, but the armor upgrades are useless. At least I think they are, because my units die instantly. So now I should have good enough vision. I'm going to put a barracks over there. Actually, I should probably put another Cyclone over there. I put my next Cyclone there. I should have good enough vision that I can see any Nidus that is remotely close. I think that makes sense. And I'm going to go for... probably Liberators to accompany it. I think that's a pretty good choice as well. Let me actually make sure to grab this Watchtower instead of just dancing around there. And I feel like our setup here is very good. Like, we're safe against the Swarmos, at least I think so. I'm pretty afraid of the Nidus in the main, to be honest. Like, that could be quite devastating. Wait. What? Oh, it was... Wait, huh? Why did they not attack? I'm actually a little confused there, because patrolling units do attack. And there's no lock-on cooldown yet, because I don't think that was implemented yet. So that was actually a little weird, but my Cyclone didn't really attack that Zergling. They didn't want to be facing the right direction. Oh, okay, thank goodness it is not Swarmos, it is Infestor. It's going to be so much nicer for me. And I'm even coming in from downtown a little bit here. Sadly, my units die instantly, so I'm not going to be able to get... Dude, even Fungal is devastating. They nerfed fungal damage, and I know it very well because of the Zerg challenge I did recently. But even fungals are still devastating for my poor freaking units with no health. I do have to say my opponent is probably playing a little bit too macro here after that opening. He does have a lot of units. Let's see, can I trade efficiently? I don't think I can, but maybe I can trade efficiently enough. Here we go. If we just get like non-stop splits on, he's also going to run away. Now, yeah, that was a really good fight. That is fantastic. And I think now we might actually be able to just push for the victory here because he lost so many units. He never made that many queens. His Overseer, well, he does have one, but it's just like a little bit too far back. You see, I'm going to kill this hatchery. I'm going to scan here just to make sure he doesn't have a hidden base, because that would be like one of the... Oh, he missed the fungal. That would be one of the only things that can threaten me. Can I kill that Infestor? Yeah, we actually do get the Infestor. The Overseer, he hasn't moved it. I'm pretty sure it's right there, but he hasn't moved it yet. Let's see. Okay, now we just... Oh, he actually pulled it back a little bit even. Let's just make sure to keep doing some splits. I lost another Banshee to like 1.5 queen shot. GG is called. And there we go. All right. So this game, like I mentioned before, I got absolutely crushed by a diamond player. This game, I think we were lucky with the strategy he did, because he was kind of playing on the very safe side instead of either going for typical macro or for a cheese. I feel like either of those choices would have been hard, but here, with my pressure, I managed to kill his third base. He didn't see it coming. Then we had an economic lead, and he wasn't doing Swarmos behind it like I thought. He did have the Nidus, so this really does look like he was going to go for Swarmos, but maybe the Cyclones made him change his mind, which I guess makes sense. Swarmos would have been good, though, but that means we guarantee our game against the Grandmaster. But first, let's play against the Masters. Game 4 is going to be against a Masters Terran. I had to take the hoodie off because this is about to get intense, guys. I am pretty terrified. In the lobby, I always tell them what the challenge is. This time I told him, you know, this is just a 50% handicap challenge. That is it. And he was like, so I'm allowed to play whatever? And now I'm like, please don't kill me. That sounds pretty scary. I did tell him not to worker rush me because that, I mean, honestly, if like the gold or the platinum player did it, I think it would be pretty funny. And you know, clever, but against a Master League player, I'm sure we all want to see like at least a real game or even a cheese, you know, just not a worker rush. If you guys really want to see it, maybe I'll allow you guys to worker rush me at some point just for fun with my 50% handicap. And I'll wall off the base and you all get fricked. But now here we go. These are going to be two incredibly difficult games. I do hope that in this game, whether we win or lose, there is a lot of potential to see, or like more strategy to figure out. Because if I get owned here and there's just nothing I can figure out, then we're going to be in big trouble against the GM. But I would love, you know, to see a little potential here so we can also use that against the Grandmaster. So this player is a Terran. I'm going to be playing double gas for that reason, because I like Reaper expanding, in my opinion, even though it's not as popular, is probably the best build in TVT. Like, Reaper expanding is actually quite good. The problem is that it's already pretty hard to defend, especially if you're not really aware of what kind of builds your opponent likes to do, like in a ladder game, for example. But if I'm going to have to do that with 50% health, there's just absolutely no way, right? So I'm going to go for a double gas here, get a ton of units out. The thing that scares me the most, actually, we can theorize about this already. So in TVT, the meta these days is to play a lot of Cyclones, right? You just make Cyclones against Cyclones. Now, obviously, if I do that, I'm just gonna lose to the other guy because he basically has twice as many Cyclones as me, right? With the health. Oh, okay, we are being cheesed, looks like. Yeah, this is terrifying. I'm scared. Someone is gonna... Wait, I need to make bunkers, I think. Normally, I like to hold this without bunkers. I don't think I can, though. He doesn't have... Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of workers at all. This is a proxy double barracks Reaper, I believe. Just judging by the worker counts. So I'm going to make a bunker here. And then I'll also have to make a bunker up here. Yeah, this is going to be near impossible to hold. So I'm going to have to, yeah, be an absolute... Just 100% micro, you know? So he's probably going to come on this angle. I'm going to have to gamble this a little bit. He's probably going to come from here. And that's why I have all my SCVs waiting. I could probably get a pretty decent surround if I micro these SCVs a little better. This could still be something else, like Marauders or something. But I guess we'll just have to see. I'm going to make a Cyclone instantly. Reaper should have been here already. Okay, so those Reapers are actually a little bit late, which could be good for me. Let's see how good his micro is going to be. So far, we do win the micro battle, and I'm barely not going to kill one of those Reapers. That's unfortunate. Yeah, those Reapers, that was actually a little suspicious. Like, he arrived really late. So either he built the barracks far away, or he built the barracks a little bit later. The factory is here. All right, I'm going to put one of the Reapers in this bunker. I think maybe I should just go for a medevac instantly. I'm going to make a Cyclone. And then maybe I can pick up... Like, this is actually very risky because Reapers do kill Cyclones pretty fast. Let's see, there's nothing over here. Yeah, I could just go for like a super fast medevac drop and then start making tanks instantly. That is not a bad idea. I wish I would see his Reaper somewhere on the map. If I get the opportunity to go across with these 3 Reapers, that'd be massive. The problem is... Oh, yeah, okay, exactly. He has too much stuff down there. Maybe I can kill one of them for free. That'd be nice. If I could kill one of them for free, that would mean that he's probably going to be a little more scared. Oh, we barely didn't get... Look how much damage that did on my Cyclone, by the way. Like, I'm not being scared for no reason, guys. Like, those things would cut through my Cyclones easily. I'm just going to make the tech lab instantly. Why not? Here we go. I have a couple bunkers. Let's make sure these Reapers are actually inside. Make a couple more Marines. Oh, dude, for some reason I thought he was attacking it with multiple... Oh, he actually misplaced that. I thought he was attacking it with multiple SCVs, but then I remember that my units have no health, so there's that. His expansion is still faster than mine, just because I'm absolutely terrified. If I fly across the map with my Cyclones and he runs by with the Reapers, he would still be able to kill all of our stuff. The tank is going to finish at some point. I'm going to make my command center now. I'm kind of curious why he's making a tech lab here. That is actually a little bit interesting. Let's see, can I get a couple of Reapers maybe? He is coming back. Oh, maybe I can catch a couple. That would be nice. Okay, one Reaper is going to go down, I believe, which is fantastic. There we go. And now, okay, I'm just going to take the risk and send these into the main. I do have my one tank already. I'm just going to siege this over here, send the Cyclone towards the front, and then I'm going to come into the back with the Reapers. I do like the setup we have over here, but it's always going to be scary. Let's see if I can kill some SCVs here. Okay, so we're going to get a couple SCVs already, which is nice. Two, or I think it was just one SCV that went down. So that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's see. So he wasn't ready for this, which is really nice. I'm going to be able to kill a decent amount of Never mind. My units got one-shot by a siege tank. I forgot that could even happen, by the way. Like, literally one-shot by a siege tank. And now I'm going to be able to kill these Reapers. If he doesn't have units here, I can drop on top of the tank, by the way. It doesn't look like he's paying attention. He's paying attention to the Reapers. Look at this. Yeah, I'm actually going to be able to kill this tank. Oh, this is a massive play. Here we go. All right, so we kill a couple units already. He does have a Banshee, which I don't think I really want to be fighting against. I'm going to kill another SCV over here. I've already killed his Reapers as well. And somehow this has turned into a pretty good early game for us. Let's see if I can get a couple of lock-ons. I mean, I am shooting the Banshee. It's just so hard. Oh my god, it dies instantly to the freaking tank shot. God, this is, I need to be so freaking scared. Like, it's actually insane how scared I have to be. I think I'm just going to bring this bad boy back home. And now it might be time for us to just go into the macro game. Like, should I? Yeah, I'm actually just going to go for a third command center. My opponent already had one as well. Was he? Oh, he was actually researching Cloak. I didn't even realize that. That's a little bit of an oversight by me. Do I go for a delayed engineering bay? I'm not quite sure about that. Oh, guys. Banshee's one-shot SCVs. Oh, God. No, I do not want to get my SCVs one-shot. That's going to hurt my soul so bad. I guess I'll just... Wait, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the medevac over here. Like, I'm just going to try to catch the Banshees instantly. That's the plan. I'm going to make an engineering bay because even a Raven is not going to be good enough at catching these. So I have a little bit of a squad over here. This medevac is just here to spot the Banshees pretty much. That's the only purpose. We're going to put these in the corner as well. I do have a significant amount of tanks already. Like, I do think I'm ahead in tank count by probably at least 2. I don't think I really want to make another barracks units. My vision is looking pretty nice. I'm trying to really stare at the minimap as well. I think I can allow 1 mule. Okay, so there we go. It's 2 Banshees. I am going to lose these tanks freaking instantly as well. Oh my god, look at that. Let's see if I can kill one of these. Okay, so I do have my Marines as well. Can I get one of them maybe? With the Marines? No, barely not. I think I should be able to kill both with the next scan though. There we go. Now, he killed 2 tanks, but he did use 2 Banshees for that already, which is not that bad, really. I'm kind of tempted to go across with these Vikings now, but that's obviously a massive risk. Like, one Cyclone is not going to be able to defend against Banshees. Let's see if I split these Vikings. Dude, I really feel like I have to do all these moves that I don't normally have to make, you know? Like, I'm actually on freaking Ultra Instinct right now, splitting my Vikings across the map to find a Banshee. Maybe this is just the way I have to play to win a World Championship one day, guys. I'll go back to pro gaming, put my handicap on 50% just to force myself to play on Ultra Instinct. Okay, so it looks like he's coming across the map. He sees the Vikings. Let's see what he's going to do about it. Not much, apparently. He could have... No, I don't think he could have medevacs yet, right? I guess technically he could, but that would also be a little crazy. He does realize that he killed 2 of my tanks, so maybe he thinks my army is going to be very small. Let's see what he has over here. Nothing. He does have stim. It kind of looks like he's going for a semi all-in, but he's actually going to try to push forward here. Okay, that's a little bit of a crazy move. He's going to lose a lot of units here. I think he's already... Oh, he has 1 more Marine. Can I bait the Marine into my units, maybe? Yo, he's actually losing every single SCV. This is massive. Yeah, oh my god, that command center is dying freaking instantly to those shots. Wait, he's actually lost pretty much every SCV in the main... Dude, that command center is freaking burning. Oh my god, that is insane. Okay, he's trying to find my... Oh, he's trying to find the medevac. It's kind of funny, actually. Yo, my tank is kind of popping off here. Let's see if I can... No, I need to save these with the medevac before they die. Okay, I'm still keeping him hostage in his main base with just these couple of Vikings. This actually ended up being a freaking genius move somehow to send these for a counterattack. And let's see if I can land these over here. Those tanks freaking MVPs, by the way. Like, they popped off so freaking hard against that initial stim. And, oh, I need to fly away. These are gonna die. I hope he's not kiting perfectly, because otherwise I will lose every single Viking. Can I keep one alive? At least I do keep one alive. He has 10 kills, by the way. That's a freaking 10-kill Viking right there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting some turrets. That is... I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to drop into my main next, which I'm not really gonna be able to defend properly. My economy is just a little bit too small, I think, to Well, I say that. It sounds kind of funny because I'm pretty sure my economy is better than him. I just killed a full mineral line of SCVs, right? But the thing is, I need more. I need to make a second factory so I can actually get like a healthy tank count up. And that is going to be the biggest problem here. But these turrets are definitely going to be helping out a lot. My opponent lost a lot of SCVs, so it would make sense for him to try and go for a big attack again. Let's see what we have over here. He does have one tank, sadly. That's going to be a little painful. Let's see what we can kill. I think the Vikings are going to get one shot, I believe. Yeah, exactly. But I'm killing a lot of SCVs with this, so that's quite nice. There we go. I think I got like another 8 or so, which is pretty valuable. He's probably right. Yeah, exactly. Else he wouldn't be scanning. If he wasn't right in front of my base, he wouldn't be scanning like that. I think I'm just going to keep sending Vikings because they're doing so freaking well for me. His army is right here, but I don't think he's going to keep walking forward. That would actually be a little surprising if he did. And right now, I guess I'm kind of content playing like this. I mean, at some point, I really have to move out, and then we're just going to be in a... Okay. Dude, I thought he was shooting me, but apparently he was shooting the rocks, which is quite nice. So he's going to kill those rocks with access to my turret. I'm just going to chill here for a long time. If he's going to stim into that, I think it's going to hurt for him really badly. So I hope for my sake that he does that. There's only one mule here, sadly. So this Viking drop is the first one that's not going to deal absolutely massive damage to him. Maybe I can try attack this command center a little bit, and then I'm going to back off. Like, I'm never going to be able to kill that. Even 2 Marines would devastate these Vikings with the amount of health I have, so don't think I'm going to be risking that anytime soon. Maybe I should just get my second factory up now. It doesn't look like my opponent has been going for air control, so... Wait. My opponent's on 0-0. That is actually very nice. Like, he doesn't have upgrades to those Marines, which is great. Let's see. I'm going to land here. He doesn't have that many Marines, so these Vikings would actually win out in a trade. There we go. We're going to kill a bunch more stuff. He's scanning the main base, so he might be considering going for a big drop here. Let's keep my army a little bit more centralized to see where he's going to go with that. I kind of feel like it's going to be a big... I know he wants to do a big attack. He's probably surprised that I'm still just chilling here with absolutely everything I have. I'm going to make another turret in the middle of the base. Those Marines are going to fall as well. I think my opponent's really starting to run out of economy here. Like, I know I'm looking very, very scared, but I just have to play this scared because otherwise I will lose everything. Now, there was a tank sieging there. If there's no Marines finishing, I could totally kill this tank as well, which is exactly what's going to happen. I hope not one of those Vikings is too far out of the way. And there we go. We are going to kill that. If I get back to the choke, I can actually kill all of those Marines, I think, with a little bit of micro. I think I'm barely gonna win out. No, I'm barely gonna lose against those Marines even. God, it's so freaking painful. Okay, let's move forward a little bit more. I'm gonna try to take this third base, which is a little bit out of the way compared to normal. But I guess we just have to do what we have to do, right? So I'm gonna siege these very carefully forward. I'm gonna send the Liberator to the main. I think I'm gonna send this one to the natural. Just try to do some extra damage, get some more Vikings up and stuff. I do want to keep all of my tank siege for the most part. Now, my opponent's economy is absolutely in the dumps, so that is really good for us. Let's see, where's the army? The army is currently on the right side. I'm going to build more turrets here even, because why not? Let's see. Okay, that's going to be a pretty good start to the fight for me. And it doesn't look like he's planning to attack the next base. He does have a couple of tanks over there. It's going to be a little bit painful for me. But then at the end, it's just a couple turrets that I'm going to be losing. So now he's going to lose SCVs in both bases. Let's see. He's going to siege Marines to kill this. I'm going to fly this one away because it would just die so freaking fast. And I don't want that to happen. That Liberator has 7 kills already. I do think he probably does have the other base landed by now. This base, I mean, with a couple of SCVs on it as well. I do think we've played this pretty much perfectly from a strategic standpoint, at least. Like, mechanically, always can be a little bit better. But I'm pretty happy with how we've played this strategically, because we've gotten ourselves in a massive lead against the Master Starin, and I don't think I've really fought him yet. Like, I've really just been waiting for him to attack into me. He scans my base and realizes not going to happen. I can use this one medevac to go for a pretty good drop here, I think. The Liberator in the natural is dead. Guess I'll probably just send another one instantly. His army should be somewhere around here. And actually, no, I think he might be going for a big attack here. So what I'm going to do is just send these Liberators back. Realistically, I've done more than enough damage. There is... Okay, I'm going to wait for this for a sec. Okay, he's going to go in now. Look, I'm looking at the minimap. He's going to attack me now. So I'm going to drop at the exact time of that. So my tanks are going to die instantly. That fight looked really good for us, but I do know that my tanks are going to die instantly. So I have to send the rest, which is a little bit painful, but that is okay. I'm just going to have to follow with these units. If my CC stays alive, that is actually a massive win. Like, I didn't expect this command center to stay alive. So that is really nice. I think he's going to try and go for it. Yeah, he's going to try and go. This does not look like the right decision to me because I have so many freaking tanks. I killed that one as well. And I'm going to be able to chase those down. His boost is going to run out. Okay, he does have a couple more Marines from... Wait, there's no way I killed that, right? His command center is gone. Did I kill that? I think there's absolutely no way. That'd be very funny if I did. I don't think I did, but that'd be very funny. Now, I feel like this fight was a really good example of how hard it is to win with his handicap because he ran into all my siege tanks and he still kind of won the fight, right? I think now you guys all understand why I was being so freaking scared. Now, I'm going to send another Liberator over there. Probably make a couple more Liberators for the natural and stuff as well. Let's see how well this one is going to do. I do think he's going to try and attack me again soon. I just don't know exactly how and when. Made a Hellion on accident. Actually just wanted that to be a siege tank. Yo, this thing is absolutely popping off again. I do have a lot of Vikings here, which is going to be very, very nice. I think this cycle is this cycle is 18 kills. I know it's mostly from the early game, but that cycle had freaking 18 kills, guy. That was absolutely insane. I am starting to lag a lot. I'm not quite sure what the ping is from, but hopefully it's not going to impact me too much. It's going to lose more SCVs in the freaking main base as well. Dude, I think his economy is actually just 0 at this point. Like, I have 45 SCVs. I think he has like, I don't know, 12. Like, I really don't think he has a lot of workers at all. This Liberator, I can probably save it as well. I'm just going to seize it in the corner, remember it later. Did I go for some kind of drop with this medevac? I'm not quite sure, actually. Oh, he does have a couple mules over there. I know it sounds stupid to be annoyed at those, at the landed third with the mules, but the truth is, the fights are so freaking scary. I don't want him to have anything. Like, I literally don't want him to have anything. So whatever he does, that's like slightly upsetting to me. Let's see. Okay, he actually moved the units from over there. So the Liberator is going to come back. And then I'm going to get the Liberator the natural as well. So he's going to lose more SCVs. Dude, I wonder how many freaking workers I've killed this game. Like, it must actually be freaking absurd. He's going to lose SCVs there as well. And now he's going to lose the final SCVs on the third base. Here we go. Can I kill this? I think I can actually kill this base. This time the base is going to fall. There we go. And now I think it might be time for me to actually go across because it looks like he's being very, very passive. Let's see. Or is he going to go for like an all-in attack? It doesn't seem like he's going to. GG is called. And there we go. We have beaten a Master League Terran by killing 86 workers with run-by Vikings. Like, oh my god. I can't believe that the supply is even this close. I know that sounds stupid to say because it's 60 ahead. But I feel like this entire game, I killed everything he had over and over and over. And it still took me 17 minutes, but we get the dub against the Master League Terran. I have to say, this game, it showed us the potential of the things you can do. Well, playing with a 50% handicap with a non-stop harassment and a really good turret and tank positioning and stuff. But beating a Grandmaster like this, I'm feeling a little insecure about it. But this was an absolute banger. Let's go to the final game, the Grandmaster. And game number 5 is going to be against a Grandmaster Terran on Hecate. So we did get a little of Terrans today, but that's all right. Actually, I don't even know which matchup I really want to play, to be honest. Like, I feel like the TVZ was probably the most comfortable, but then at the same time, the Zerg didn't really do a strategy that was maybe that good against mine, right? And I'm still really scared. I mean, we did defend the Proxy Reaper last game, but like, to be honest, the way we defended it is like, first of all, I feel like the execution wasn't as clean, and I'm not talking about the micro. I'm talking about the build, because the Reapers arrived very, very late. I do think you probably proxied them too far away. And then besides that, I feel like we were still behind, because I had to play so scared that by the time I actually expanded and got my starport and stuff, I was already behind my opponent. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. I wonder how strong like a Proxy Marauder would be. Actually, a Proxy Marauder might be the least buffed one, because you still need 3 shots, I believe, to kill Marines and SCVs. I guess you also only need 3 shots to kill a Reaper, but that's a little bit less relevant, because if you're spamming Reapers against Proxy Marauder, you're probably already gonna lose anyway. Now we're gonna scout a little faster. This map, for some reason, I don't like playing on it. But I can't really explain why. It's just I kind of look at the map and I'm like, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of times when I hear people talk about this map, it seems like a pretty decent map for Terran. But for some reason, when I look at it, it doesn't really seem like a vibe to me. I can't really give any logical explanation for that. Now, I think I'm gonna wall my opponent out if it's gonna be in time. Not because I usually do that, but I just think it's maybe a little more comfortable. Like, SCV harass is already going to be quite painful, for example. So my opponent, this is really smart. I like that he's doing this. My opponent's going to go for a Reaper expand, because as someone with 50% health, I can't punish that. Like, what am I supposed to do? Send my Reaper across? You know, like my Reaper is gonna lose to his SCV. Like, it's just not gonna be easy at all. I think a Cyclone drop is gonna be the right way to go here. Yeah, maybe I'll just go for like a... No, I do have to... God, this is so messed up. Listen to this, guys. I'm playing double gas against someone playing Reaper Expand. And I'm the one who has to make an extra Reaper because else I will die to his Reaper. I was going to make a reactor first, but then I remembered that my Reaper is not going to beat his Reaper, even though he's Reaper expanding, you know? Like, he's expanding so fast, but he still can just send his Reaper across the map. And I guess that is the nice thing about playing against Reaper Expand, that his factory unit is not going to finish so fast. I like that he ran away from my Reaper. That's probably very instinctive. He's like, no, his Reaper is at home. It's a better one than mine. Oh, this is going to be nice. I think we're going to be able to kill that. There we go. That is our first kill of the game. That's very nice. That means he's not going to be able to torture us as much. I'm going to go for the starport now. I could make a... Yeah, you know what? I think I can make a reactor, actually. Let's go for the reactor already. I should have enough gas, at least if I saturate these gases now. Now, I'm going to jump into the main. This is a little scary, but I just want to get, like, any advantage I can get. Let's see what we can find here. So I'm already going to be able to kill one SCV. That's really nice. He's making a unit from the factory, but I don't quite know when that one is going to finish. Let's see. We're going to get 3 SCVs already. There we go. Maybe another one. Oh, I don't want to get hit by those Marines because they would absolutely devastate me. Let's see. There's probably... No, he didn't rebuild the starport already. That's awesome. That factory unit took longer than I expected, which means that it is a Cyclone and not a Hellion. Now, so far, this is a really good start. I mean, keep in mind, guys, we are playing against Reaper Expand. So this doesn't necessarily put me super far ahead, but I think it puts us a little bit ahead because our tech is faster and we delayed his stuff for a little bit. He went for a bunker. Now that, in my opinion, is a bit of a mistake because I just don't think you need a bunker against someone whose units don't have any health. I'm the one who needs a bunker despite playing double gas, you know? Now this is all very instinctive stuff. Like, keep in mind, I've already played... This is my 5th game playing this, right? And I even played a little bit of it in the past, maybe like another couple games or so. But my opponent here has probably never played this before, so he hasn't like put as much thought into it as I have. He didn't even know the challenge until I told him in the lobby, right? So that is obviously a bit different. Now I think I'm just gonna go for the blind Viking. I am really scared of a Cyclone drop myself, which is probably what's gonna be happening here. I'm not quite sure how I can use these Reapers yet because they'll probably die to the bunker. Like, they're gonna die so fast, I don't even think I can click them past the bunker, so I guess we'll see. He doesn't have anything here yet, so I'm gonna be able to kill a couple units, which is really nice. Maybe like 4 SCVs or so. There we go. Maybe even 5, 6. Okay, 7. Oh, but this is looking awesome. Can I escape? Yeah, okay, we barely didn't get locked onto. That is nice. All right, fantastic start, guys. Really couldn't have wished for any better start, I think. Now, we did see that he has a Cyclone drop as well, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send my Reapers back a little bit just to see if he's actually sending it out. Like, there's obviously no guarantee of that, but if he does pass my Reapers, then at least we know. He's still... Okay, the medevac is still at home. That's nice. Probably a good time for me to... I'm going to cancel these Marines and go for a 3rd base. Like, keep in mind, I do have to transition at some point. The reason why I don't want to drop my Cyclones in the natural is because Cyclones get one-shot by siege tanks if they don't have health. Or if they have 50% health, right? So normally you can kind of give it like a face check, you know? You check if there is a siege tank or not. If there is, you get your Cyclone shot at once and then you dip. But here my Cyclone would actually just die, so I don't want to do that. Now, none of them took health or health damage so far, so that is nice. Looks like he is going to go across the map now, but I should have a decent amount of stuff to deal with it. I'm going to go for the 2nd factory already, get a tech lab on that. I do think this kind of game is more comfortable for me to play, even though I feel like his build is objectively probably the best because he's going to be ahead in the macro game. This does kind of allow me to set up in a better way for the macro game, right? Okay, he could have dropped on that and killed the Viking instantly. Once again, those things are very instinctive. Like, he just saw a unit and was like, no, I gotta get out of there. But he could have just killed the Viking probably. So let's see. Oh, don't want to get that one shot by the siege tank because I know that orange one would have died. So gotta bring that back right away. I need to be careful to not run into his medevac because if I do, I will just lose all of my stuff. Now, so far we're ahead economically in terms of tech. Okay, he found me. In terms of tech, it's probably the same. I haven't seen any ravens, actually, but it does surprise me a little bit. I would guess that he probably does have ravens. I'm being a little bit weird by not making ravens. But But I guess I just don't really want to play that normal kind of game. I just want to get so many siege tanks out with Vikings against the air, and that's pretty much it, right? So I'm going to start building turrets around my base in the natural as well. Looks like he is moving out. Yeah, that's very scary to move out. Very, very scary. At least I have a bunch of Vikings out already, which is nice. Let's see. So there's nothing over here. Wait, he only has one engineering bay? That is a little suspicious. That could mean either a 2-base all-in, because he is researching from it. It could also mean mech. But since he's researching from it, I have to imagine it's a 2-base all-in. Like, no one is gonna get, like, building armor that fast or something like that. So, I'm gonna get a sensor tower up here as well. I think I need to be always in position or I will suffer. Let's see. Okay, so he's not here yet. He scans my base. I think I'm just going to send this back the exact way it came from. That's probably a decent way to do it. Going to make another backup turret here. I'm just going to drop another scan just in case he's trying to get in somewhere. He did scan my frontal defensive position already. My supply is extremely high, by the way. Like, I feel like I haven't taken any damage whatsoever. Like, my supply is really, really high. Looks like he's still gonna try to go for some. Oh, he's gonna lose that medevac instantly. There we go. The cyclones are back into the natural as well. Now, I'm gonna lose a couple of these spotter marines, but it obviously doesn't matter as much. I really feel like we've gotten ourselves to an absolutely fantastic spot here, guys. Let's see how many units I can kill with these without losing them. There we go. That does stay alive. Now, I got my 2 liberators. I'm actually going to do the same thing I did in the last game and just send these out, I think. Because these liberators are maybe not entirely necessary at home for now. Wait, he actually moved those marines away. I saw that. Let's see. I'm going to drop this one first. I was going to say the low HP one, but they're technically both low HP, right? Like, what is that? Like 20 on each? It looks like he's trying to go for like a big dedicated all-in, but he's just not finding the space to do it. Like, these cycles, how many kills do these have? These cycles have 20 kills almost. There we go. They're still alive as well. I'm just going to add more and more turrets, probably another factory as well. I'm just going to make sure that my tank line is really deep, so when he inevitably goes for like the big A move with his attack, we're going to be completely fine. He still has a lot of units at home, so his all-in is not going to be triggered right away yet. Yeah, he put his... Wait. Guys, I'm not kidding. I think I can actually... Oh, wait, he found the Liberator, but then he didn't. I think I could actually kill that Cyclone. And the reason I say that is because it's going to lock onto the medevac as soon as I drop. He's going to lose the Cyclone to the Liberator. It almost freaking killed it, by the way, which is crazy. Okay, so the Viking got distracted. Oh, no, okay. Now these units are gone. They did so well. That Liberator was also shooting like crazy. I don't know what his supply is, but I can only imagine that it's very, very low at this point. I think I'm going to send these Liberators out again. I'm going to try to scout his third base with my medevac. I kind of want to know what the situation on that is. I'm going to go for a double armory as well. Man, I feel like I'm playing better StarCraft than I had in a while, to be honest. Like, I wasn't kidding. I actually had Ultra Instinct in these games. Now, I still have to be really scared because you guys saw what happens in the fight last game, right? Like, I would own them all game long, but then when the fight happens, it's still going to be pretty unpleasant. I guess the next time I see that his army is at home, I think that's the moment I'm going to go for it. Because if his army is at home, I can get a position with my siege tanks. And as you guys have seen before, that is when you win those games, right? I'm going to get something over here. He doesn't have armor upgrades yet. Is that an army? No, it's just a lone marine. So he's going to lose a couple SCVs over there. I'm actually going to shift flick that to the third base because this Liberator is going to distract him. And that could be a really cool move. I am getting Blue Flame. It's not going to be done yet, though. So now this Liberator is popping off. I'm going to shift flick this one back to the main. Oh my god, I feel like this is gonna make him dizzy at some point. See, he probably doesn't have units here yet, and now they're back there. I think his army is out on the map somewhere. This fourth base is a little bit sketchy for that reason. Okay, so he's gonna try and kill this. Let's see, wait. That kind of looked like he was an F2, right? Judging by the size of that army, that did kind of look like he was an F2. So maybe that is our time to go for... Okay, so he didn't F2. He has his army over there. But I think I have enough siege tanks to be able to make a little bit of progress. I still have a lot of tanks at home, which is very, very important, right? I still have a lot of freaking tanks at home. And that's going to be able to keep me safe for a while. Oh, wait, guys. You might not see this. He's not paying attention. Look at the siege position. That is absolutely massive. Oh my god, he got so many units instantly blasted. I have my fourth base up already, and I think we're gonna get really close to closing out this game, guys. GG is called, and there we go. Units lost pretty much triple. I don't think it's exactly triple, but it's very, very close. But this was freaking brutal. We killed 42 workers, 188 against 99 supply. And this was the rank 150 Grandmaster on the North American server. So I guess it's safe to say you can beat Grandmaster with a 50% handicap. Should you? Definitely not. If they go for like a proper Proxy Reaper or Proxy Immortal or whatever, they will probably always kill me. But this really shows how much potential there is in StarCraft. If you want to outplay your opponent, you totally can. You just have to be very smart with your strategy. My strategy, especially in the last game, was never optimal. I was being way too defensive and not expanding as much. But if you just scout and read your opponent in real time, being very fast, you can really achieve a whole lot. I have double his supply here, guys, and we didn't even really have a fight yet. This was absolutely beautiful, and I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I thought we were going to lose against both the Masters and the Grandmaster players, but there you go. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and see y'all for the next one. Adios.